What if the man you trusted to fight for your union was the same man who carried a gun for the mob? And what if that same man claimed to have made his closest friend disappear forever? This is the story of Jimmy Hoffa and Frank Sheeran, two men bound by loyalty, power, and betrayal. A friendship built on trust and ended in silence. Jimmy Hoffa was born in 1913. He came from nothing, but rose to lead one of the most powerful labor unions in the world, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Under Hoffa, the Teamsters became an unstoppable force. He fought for the working man. He gave truck drivers better pay, better hours, better lives. To millions, Hoffa was a hero, but behind that power stood darker shadows. Connections with organized crime, favors traded with mob bosses, deals sealed in back rooms where loyalty mattered more than law. Because Hoffa understood one thing: power needs muscle, and muscle comes with a price. Frank Sheeran was born in 1920 in Pennsylvania, an Irish-American kid who went off to fight in World War II. He saw death up close. He came home a different man, hardened, detached, numb to violence. He drove trucks for a living. But soon the road led him somewhere else. He started running small jobs for the Pennsylvania mob, the kind of jobs you don't talk about. Frank had a gift. He followed orders, never asked questions, and got things done. Quietly, efficiently, completely. Through the powerful crime boss, Russell Bufalino, Frank met Jimmy Hoffa, and from that first phone call, their fate was sealed. Hoffa's first words were chilling. "I heard you paint houses," mob slang. It meant, "I heard you kill people." The paint was blood. The house was the wall behind the target. From that moment, Sheeran became Hoffa's man. Not just his enforcer, his friend, his right hand. His protector, Hoffa, trusted him completely. He made Sheeran an officer in the Teamsters Union. He invited him into his home, to his table, even to his family. For years, they were inseparable, but power never stands still. By the late 60s, Hoffa's world began to collapse. The government came for him. Bribery, fraud, jury tampering. In 1967, Hoffa was sent to prison, 13 years behind bars. To him, it was humiliation. For a man who'd commanded thousands, being caged was unbearable. In 1971, President Nixon commuted his sentence. But there was a catch. Hoffa couldn't return to union leadership. He didn't care. He was going to take back what was his, no matter the cost. The problem was, while Hoffa was away, the mob had taken over. They liked the new leadership, easier to control, easier to profit from. And Hoffa's return threatened everything. Still, he kept pushing, calling in favors, setting meetings, trying to regain his throne. He trusted only a few people now, and one of them was Frank Sheeran. But by then, Frank's loyalties were split between the man he admired and the men who made him. On July 30th, 1975, Hoffa left his home near Detroit. He told his wife he was going to a meeting. Two men were supposed to be there, Tony Provenzano and Tony Giacalone. Both had deep mob ties. The meeting place was the Machis Red Fox restaurant in Bloomfield Township. Hoffa arrived early. He waited in the parking lot. He paced, checked his watch. No one came. Then a car pulled up. Witnesses saw him get in. And that was the last time anyone saw Jimmy Hoffa alive. He vanished completely. No body, no witnesses, no crime scene, just gone. The FBI launched one of the biggest investigations in history. They searched fields, landfills, even rumors about bodies under football stadiums. But every lead went cold. For years, no one knew what happened. Until Frank Sheeran spoke. Decades later, old and dying, Sheeran confessed. He claimed he was the one who killed Jimmy Hoffa. According to his story, Hoffa was lured to a house in Detroit for a meeting. Sheeran said he followed him inside, and when Hoffa turned his back, Frank raised his gun and shot him twice in the head. He said the body was taken away and cremated. No grave, no trace, just ashes. If it's true, that means Frank Sheeran, the man Hoffa trusted most, was the one who betrayed him. Friendship turned to duty. Loyalty turned to murder, but not everyone believes it. The FBI checked the house Sheeran described. They found blood traces, but DNA proved it wasn't Hoffa's. The timelines don't match. The evidence doesn't fit. And some who knew Sheeran say he exaggerated or even invented the story. Still, when you listen to his words, the tone, the guilt, the weariness, you can feel he believed it. Or at least, wanted to believe it. When Martin Scorsese turned the story into The Irishman, the line between truth and legend blurred even more. Robert De Niro as Frank Sheeran, Al Pacino as Jimmy Hoffa, two icons playing two men bound by secrets. The film captured something deeper than history, the weight of regret. The cost of loyalty, the loneliness of men who outlived their purpose. Because at its core, this story isn't just about who pulled the trigger. It's about what power does to people, how loyalty becomes a weapon, how the lines between right and wrong fade into survival. Imagine Hoffa that afternoon, a man who once commanded thousands, standing alone in a parking lot, waiting for a meeting that would never happen. And Frank, sitting in that car, knowing what was coming, maybe hoping it wouldn't happen, maybe wishing for one last chance to turn away, but he didn't. Whether or not the story is true, that image is haunting. It's the moment when friendship dies, and history takes its place. After Hoffa vanished, theories exploded. Some said he was buried beneath Giant Stadium. Others said he was crushed in a car compactor or hidden under a Michigan highway. For decades, people claimed to know where the body was, but every dig, every search, every headline ended the same way: empty. Jimmy Hoffa was declared legally dead in 1982. His body was never found. Frank Sheeran died in 2003 at the age of 83. In his final years, he seemed broken, a man haunted by his own silence. Maybe he lied. Maybe he told the truth. Maybe somewhere in between lies the only version he could live with. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa isn't just an unsolved mystery. It's a symbol, a reminder of how easily power and corruption can swallow everything, even friendship. Hoffa wanted control. Sheeran wanted loyalty. Both ended up trapped by the world they built. Two men, one friendship, one betrayal, and a question that still echoes half a century later: what really happened to Jimmy Hoffa?